All right, everyone, I'm going to go over the project rubric with you because I want you to be aware of how many points this is, and you need to do a good job. So you need to read through the whole thing. So you've got your data you've been collecting since March 7th we started, and you may be missing a few days, but you should have a good 5 or 6 weeks worth of data. Anything less means you didn't really do what you were supposed to do prior to this, and completing this may have some difficulties now. So your project needs to have graphs. That's 40 points of your project. You need to do pressure versus time. This is required. And then choose two of these, temperature versus time, chance of precipitation versus time, or wind speed versus time. So you must have, that means you must have 3 graphs. This one is required, and then any 2 of these. Analysis. You have to answer these questions in clear, complete sentences, and you will need to answer all of them. How did the weather, I'm not going to read all of them to you. You can read those. But you probably wouldn't put all of, if you put this in a PowerPoint, you probably would not put all of these answers on one page because it would be too much text. Okay? Prediction. This is 30 points. Answer the following questions in clear and complete sentences. Again, you may or may not put all of those on one slide because of the amount of text. Weather safety. You did a week on weather safety. So you need to look at Denver now, and or not Denver, but the city you were collecting data on, and decide what kind of weather safety issues might they have in that area, and then develop a safety plan for family living in that area. That is 30 points to include that in your project. Climate. Research the climate of your city and region. So remember, in week 12, you took a little bit of, you looked at weather and then climate, and what is the difference between the two. So now you need to use that knowledge to talk about the weather and the climate in the city you've been collecting data on. Okay? Presentation. This is 30 points. The whole thing is worth, I think it's about, so we got 80, 30, that's 110. So this is a 200-point project, okay? So your presentation, I want you to demonstrate what you've learned about weather and climate. You need to create a presentation using the information that you've collected on your city and its region. You can use Google Presentations. You could use Powtoon. If you use Powtoon or any other video, you need to use a microphone, and I know that many of you have these because you do things for Mrs. Hutzel with the microphone. You could use Screencast-O-Matic and use your microphone there. You could use your phone and record it and put that recording of you talking about things into any of these presentations. Okay, but your presentation, again, I've kind of listed everything here that you need to have. Also, there's a link here to a rubric that you could print out if you need to do that. And I can tell you that if you look at this, there's also lists on this rubric, places where you can get extra points. For example, on the graph, if you did, you're required to do 3 graphs, but if you did 4, you could get some extra points. On the analysis, there's some extra points you could get. On everything, there are extra points you can get. So whether or not you pursue those is up to you. So I'm going to cut this video short so I don't go on too long, but this is what you need to have on your project.